Travis been good, Sal. Just got finished watching the movie Beautiful, as I'm also trying to go through the news. I don't remember seeing that. It's been a long time. Or when I did see it, I didn't understand it. But this video, however, is about police officers trying to bully their way into the spotlight. They got exposed to the point where we, the people, want them canceled as part of cancel culture. And yet here they are. The news is helping to perpetuate them back into our lives, as if we've completely forgotten why we're having protests all over this nation. And so, yes, ABC4 News Utah on YouTube. And they're doing not just a behind the badge, but they've also added another episode with behind the scenes, Utah Highway Patrol. The behind the badge, the guy is bragging about how he's gotten 40,000 citations written in his lifetime as a police officer, serving and protecting. They just don't get it. He's treating us as the enemy. That we're so bad and evil and criminal and corrupt that he's had to write out 40,000 citations. It's just unbelievable. It is no longer your day. And so as you guys, as white supremacists, keep telling those of us in a discriminated category, specifically those who are of color, they tell them to go back to where they came from. We can now turn it back on officers to tell them to go home. You're no longer welcome on our streets. Their abuse is over, and yet they're still trying to exert their authoritarianism over us, threatening ABC4 News Utah to conform and comply, to put the police officers back in the spotlight, to turn the minds of Utahns and Mormons away from the protests. There's nothing on the protests anymore. I'm not seeing anything here. Ben McAdams honors Utah veteran. Xeronex commercial. Crescent Senior Living Center. Tom Bergman left the whatever the DWTS is. That's it. Nothing on protests. They're not covering protests. They're more concerned about making sure the police get back into their position of authority and control over us, to continue to hand out citations to generate money for the various cities and counties. Oh, but it's not a quota. Their reputations on the job are not dependent on how many they get. Lies. So, yeah, it's got to stop. We can't allow them to do this. They're a part of the destroying of America, and they're trying to victim blame those of us who are trying to stand up against the abuse in all areas: government, business, and religion. And they just refuse to step down.